everyone. My name is Rachel Surwitz. I'm the CEO and founder of WOKEN, and today we are going to go through a very holistic self-reflection exercise to check in on how you're doing with your career goals or in general. You can do this once a day, you can do this once a week, you can do this once a month. It's a really good overarching exercise just to see if there's key areas of improvement that you're not consciously aware of that we can see where to identify and progress forward. So we're going to start and just grab a pen and paper. You can, of course, type out your thoughts somewhere as well, but handwriting never hurts either. So go grab that, and I am going to just dive right in. So the first thing we want to review is your mindset. We want to start by reflecting on what's going well. Is there any positive thoughts, feelings that you can give yourself some credit for before we get into all those constructive areas? What's been going well as it relates to your mindset regarding your career goals in the past week or month? What's something positive that you can reflect on? And I'll give you a few seconds on each one. You can always hit pause if you need to, and just jot down keywords. Doesn't have to be perfect sentences. So the next thing we want to think about is any room for improvement with your mindset. Is there any thoughts or feelings that are getting in your way, something that's not serving you, a limiting belief, a hesitation, a fear, uncertainty, anything that is not serving you in terms of your career goals and motivation? We want you to feel open-minded and confident. May not feel that every single day, and that's okay. But is there something that you can identify that is standing out to you, something that's getting in your way? And any ideas for how to improve that, right? So this could be any next step that will help you alleviate or improve that area for improvement, right? Is it needing to have a conversation with someone? Is it something you can change about your daily routine? Something that you can do that actually will help you move the needle on whatever it is that's getting in your way. Something you can add or change or try or remove. What could you put in place? What is something specific that comes to your head that you could actually implement? The next area we're going to think about is accountability. So that means being productive, putting in that time, making progress, and staying on top of things, staying organized, balancing your time, and just feeling like you're putting in the time that you want to towards your goals. So let's start with something that's going well. Can you give yourself any credit for the last week or the last month? What's been going well as it relates to your accountability to your goals? And where is there some room for improvement? Remember, this could relate to really anything that's getting in your way of feeling like you can be productive. Sometimes the mindset has a lot to do with accountability, but you could be thinking about where you're doing the work, when you're doing the work. Get creative. Do you need someone else, a peer to, co-work with? What is not really serving you to help you stay accountable? What's getting in your way that's really not helping you stay on track towards your goals? You want to be productive and put in consistent effort each week. So what's something that's getting in your way? Areas for improvement. And what could you do and implement or change that would actually help alleviate that area for improvement? Something specific that you could really try or implement. Maybe it's something you've been lingering and thinking about doing, but you haven't yet done. Something that's going to help you stay organized and on track and productive towards putting in time towards your goals. Something specific that you could put in place. The next thing we're going to talk about is the practical strategy. So that means when you do put in the time, what efforts are you actually using? Are you using best practices? Really, what is it that you're doing with that time? So let's start with something that's going well. And this could relate to you feeling like you know what to do and how to do it, and also seeing the traction and the outcomes that you want to see. So yeah, let's think about anything positive with the actual efforts that you've been putting in place. Anything that you can give yourself some credit for based on what you've been seeing, any progress and positive things you can note about the efforts that you've been putting in place. And where do you have some room for improvement? So again, this could relate to feeling informed about what you need to be doing or how to do it. And then also, if you know how to do it, but you're not putting those best practices in place, how can you better follow those that guidance, right? So it's understanding the best practices and then making sure you're following it so that you see the outcomes you want. Any areas for improvement around the actual approach and the efforts and the strategies that you're using as it relates to whatever goal you're working towards. And what's something specific you could actually put in place to work on that? Is it getting a little guidance or resources, talking with a peer, a mentor, a coach, whomever it may be, or just some online guidance and resources that you can seek out? You want to make sure you're feeling informed with the right approach and then following those best practices so that you can efficiently and effectively reach your goals. What is one thing or more that you can put in place, something specific you could actually do to feel a little bit better and improve the actual strategies that you're using? And if you look at all your reflections from today, is there any patterns, any ways of connecting the dots? Is there anything deeper you can actually learn about yourself when you look at all these reflections from today? You might want to think about, when do things go particularly well or better for you in a given day, or not so well? When do you feel a little bit better or a little bit more open-minded or a little bit more productive? Is there any patterns around what you do in a given day that actually sets your day up for success? Something you might do the night before, something you do that morning, any habits or routines that usually keep you on track, or things that get in your way and deter you? Is there anything you can notice about when you generally are doing well and feeling well and staying on top of things versus not? Anything you can notice about your routine? You also want to think about where you are in your general timeline. So where are you in the year, and what's your goal in the next month or 3 or 6, and where are you at in relation to that? Gives you a little perspective as to if you want to change your approach, if you want to sort of really amp up the focus and the guidance and the support and the resources that you're getting in order to reach your goals. Remember, you don't have to go at this alone. And so where are you in the span of your timeline? This isn't a matter of thinking about what didn't go so well. It's more about thinking about the future and what can you change up to get where you want to go and get a little support along the way. As you know, I'm always here. Reach out to us at IamWoken.com. Always happy to help, and I hope this helped you today.